They do not have to wait until they are wealthy or retired before they can embrace philanthropy and make a difference. Can we welcome Miss Caterina Rando to the 2020 Vision Conference? Woo! You gonna stay down here?
Thanks, my friend. Take a deep breath. London, England. Auckland, New Zealand. Acapulco, Mexico. Harlem, Holland. These are just a few places that my speaking has brought me. Now, maybe you don't want to see the world. How about this? You put on some nice clothes, you jump in your car, you go to a room where nobody ever met you before, and by the time you leave that venue, you don't have a pocket full of business cards. You have 4 new clients, 10 new clients, 20 new clients. Now, maybe you are the kind of person that likes to do business in their sweats behind their screen. Anybody? Don't tell me. Okay. You didn't have to tell me, but I guess you wanted to tell me. All right. That's one of those things you might want to keep a secret, but maybe not. Because guess what? You can keep your sweats on, and you can just look good from the waist up. And you can have people zoom in from all over to listen to you. Paying people that pay you money to listen to you while you're behind your screen. See, my friends, all speaking is public speaking. Because you know what? Even when you're talking to yourself, you're listening. And the truth is that today we're talking about followers, and we're talking about brand and marketing assets. The truth is, nobody buys nothing from you if you don't have influence. And if you can't speak, you can't sell. You can't sell because you have no influence. Imagine how much marketing content and posts you have to make to build as much influence as you can build in 30 minutes on a platform. Are you with me, my friends? Not yet. So let me tell you this. The more attention you put on your public speaking, the more you will come home with clients or gain clients from behind your screen. And I want to take a little time today to talk to you about how you can be even more of an influencer with speaking. Does anybody want to hear what I have to say? Okay, good. Because guess what? I got a lifetime supply for you, and I'm going to squeeze as much as I can into our little time together. So get your pencil and paper ready, and guess what? Or your phone, and guess what? I'm going to tell you about even more that I have for you after. Take another deep breath. So first thing, you got to be an awesome speaker. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you right now how to be an awesome speaker. You want it? I'm going to give it to you anyway, whether you want it or not. Okay. Here's the thing. Think of a cape. CAPE. What does that stand for? The C is for certainty. And here's what I want you to know. I want you to stand in your certainty that you have massive value to bring. The biggest way that you diminish your certainty is your speech fillers. You know, like, so. These diminish the power of your message. Speak with certainty, Put your mission in your message and in your voice, and that will support you to captivate others while you share what you're here to share. Your A is for authenticity. We talked about it on the last panel. Be yourself. Be louder and prouder and even more yourself. Have your little quirks and your idiosyncrasies and bring those to your speaking and your brand. I like to say bing, bing, bing. Will you say that with me? Bing, bing, bing. You know why I like to say bing, bing, bing? Because you cannot be depresso when you say bing, bing, bing. And for those of you that are at home by yourself, behind your screen, or you're trying to pick up the phone and sell something, you need to be your own best success coach every day and lift yourself up. And that's my little sidebar tool for you. Will you take it? Good. Where's my friend Deshaun? Deshaun, what are you doing? Deshaun, you better get over here. You know, I want my friend Deshaun to be a speaker. So Deshaun, you're going to be a speaker, right? No, not right now. Okay. I want you to listen, my friend. That's what I'm saying. All right? Bing, bing. All right. You're in the front of the room. You got to look like, you know, you're the speaker is halfway attention producing. All right. All right. All right, my friend. Good. Certainty. The A is for authenticity. The P is for positivity. Nobody wants to listen to anybody who's depresso. Nobody wants to listen to anybody that's negative. Don't walk into a room and start talking about parking and traffic. Be on brand. And hopefully positivity is part of your brand, because positivity is alluring. And you know what happens when we talk about negative things? We just attract more negative. And we were talking earlier about your personal brand and like what you share. And you might be super political, but if you're not in politics, skip that topic, because it does not result in revenue. Are you with me on that? You want to have attention on the massive value you bring. And positivity and inspiration is part of what you want to do with your brand on the platform and online. And the E is for enthusiasm. You got to bring some extra something when you are public speaking. But guess what? Every sales conversation, every conversation in the hallway, every conversation online is public speaking. So look at bringing a little extra energy to that. Wear your cape every time you're speaking. Take another deep breath with me. Okay, so you can massively monetize when you're speaking. You can build Insta influence. You can create new revenue streams. You can expand your network. You can serve people beyond where you're serving them now. Who is ready to do more public speaking in here? Okay, Wakandra, thank you, because you're enthusiastic, and I appreciate that. The rest of you, here's what I want you to know. I think later we're talking more about visibility. Visibility is essential to catapult your brand, but not just online, offline too, because your business needs to be super tip alert, high touch, in addition to high tech. You want your brand to be high touch. And that means get out and be with the people, or even be with them virtually. So, okay, I'm going to make the assumption that you want to embrace public speaking to catapult your business. And the first thing I want to tell you is don't get ready to begin to think about getting going. I want you to pick a date, pick a topic, and have a price, and go. Now, I'm going to give you a few super tips so you're going to be super successful at that. Are you ready? Okay, thank you, my friend. here's the thing. Who do you want to talk to? Now, super tip alert, super tip alert. You only want to talk to your ideal clients, because only your ideal clients will buy from you. You with me on that? You are super smart. You could talk to all kinds of people and have them get your message, but only your ideal clients are going to take it further and invest with you, right? Create your criteria for who you want to talk to. That's number one. Number two, get clear on what you're going to talk about. Now, again, you could talk at length on many topics. Many years ago, I used to teach a class, Proactive Dating Strategies. Now, that class was a really good class, and I got a lot of people inspired and in action. And I'm single again, and so maybe I could dust that off. No, I'm not going to dust it off. You know why? Because I'm not a dating coach, because I got no dating groups, because I have no way to monetize that topic. Are you following me? So you want to look at what are you monetizing, and you want to create a topic or take a topic that leads to that. Because guess what? There's something I call the myth of the seminar. You think you're going to learn some stuff, and that's going to change your life. And it's a start. Education is a start. Awareness, learning is a start. But it's only the beginning. Because what we need to create massive change is several ingredients. We need awareness and education, but we also need ongoing support and ongoing guidance and a structure that facilitates accountability. And two things that we do not talk about enough: encouragement and community. And so why I'm sharing these things with you, these essential ingredients to create massive change, is because when someone connects with you and they like what you have to offer, selling them an ebook or selling them something short that is one time is not going to help them change their life. It's going to be something that will start. But you need more. That's why you need group programs and you need courses. But you can't just give people a course and walk away. Because here's the thing. If somebody buys something from you and they don't use it, they will never buy from you again. So this is where ongoing engagement with people that are already your clients is so essential. Are you with me on that? Everybody take a deep breath. So I want you to get that when you are being of service through your business, because I make the assumption that your business is simply a vehicle to serve. Am I right? This is where you at least nod your head for me, yes? Yes. Your vehicle is a means to serve. So what I'm going to tell you is if you want to keep serving, you want to increase your engagement through not just content from people that are not your clients yet, but having ways for clients to engage with you. And this is where your high tech and your high touch comes in. And even, for example, I have a client who has a national association where ladies get together and they go for a walk. Now, that's on the ground, right? That's not virtual. That's on the ground. But the thing is, she has talks and message boards and ways for the ladies to engage and ways for them to connect virtually on an ongoing basis. So even if you're wanting to serve people all over, you want to have ways for them to engage with each other and with you. Ongoing engagement. Take another deep breath. This one is for me. So, right, you have clarity on who you're going to serve. You have clarity on what your topic is. The next question is, are you loud and proud that you are a speaker? 10 minutes, okay? So here's my question to you. In your profile on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, does it say speaker? If not, I encourage you to put it in there. Even if you are wanting to be a speaker, but you don't consider yourself a speaker yet. And you know how you become a speaker? You start to speak. Okay, my friends? I remember way back when I was a wannabe speaker, I ran this networking group, and I got these flyers in the mail, back when we got flyers in the mail, and this conference was happening at UC Berkeley, a women's leadership conference. And the letter said, hey, Caterina, we see that you're president of this women's group, and we would love for you to share about our event with your members. And I picked up the flyer and I called the number and I said, do you have all your speakers? Because I'm a speaker and I'd love to speak at your conference. And do you know that I got booked for that conference and I was on the stage with women that had mentored me years before? If you want to speak, tell people you're a speaker and ask them to book you. That's how I met my friend Deshaun, okay? He said to me, do you remember what you said to me, Deshaun? I found out about his conference, and I said, hey, Deshaun, I would love to speak at your conference. And he said, I have to check with my committee. And you know what? I just kept talking until he said, we're going to book you. You remember that, my friend? Okay? Because you know what? Nobody can book you to speak if you're not asking. And I want to invite you to set goals about speaking. And by the way, podcasts, being a guest on other people's podcasts is part of speaking. And doing your own Facebook Lives is part of speaking. But what I want you to do is events where people pay to Zoom in with you, because then you can have engagement with them on an ongoing basis. If they're only following you, you may not be capturing them for ongoing marketing. You with me on that? Be loud and proud. Is there a page on your website that lists your speaking topics? Is there a page on your website that lists where you're going to be speaking? Is there a page on your website that lists your own workshops? My friends, I'm going to give you right now the influence equation. You ready for it? Okay, here's how you build influence. Visibility, online and offline. By the way, I got to say something about visibility. There's something in psychology called the law of familiarity. And the law of familiarity says, the more I see your brand, the more I see your beautiful face, the more I hear your name in a conversation, the more I see your posts, etc. The more I know you, like you, and trust you, even if I never met you. That is big. And that's a big reason why social media works. We build influence over time, visibility, plus value. And that happens online and offline. That's with your high tech and your high touch. But here's the thing about value. It's not just your expertise. You think, hey, I got a show, I got massive value. You do. But the other value you have, my friends, are your heart skills. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Most of the time, nobody buys nothing from you until they feel that you genuinely care about them and their success. Be loud and proud about your heart skills as well as your area of expertise. Visibility plus value. And the third part you know, but this is the toughest part, consistency. So when you say to me, Caterina, I'm going to give a speech, I'm going to say to you, my friend, when was your last one and when is the next one? Because once in a blue moon doesn't do nothing. But here's the other thing. The goal, my friends, in everything that you're pursuing is not to be good. The goal is to be masterful, which is why when a client says to me, hey, Caterina, I'm going to do my next retreat next year or my first retreat, I say, no, my friend, you're going to do it in 6 weeks. Because by the time the year rolls around, I want you to have several workshops, a few retreats done, because you'll be that much more masterful, and that will result in more revenue. So take another deep breath with me right now. And I want you to ask yourself as you exhale, where in your life and your business are you getting ready to get ready to begin to think about maybe getting going? And where are you overdue for a little action? You know where that is. And maybe it's that you need to master selling. Again, if you can't sell, you can't serve. If you can't speak, you can't serve. Maybe it's selling. Maybe it's speaking. My invitation to you is that you get going. Because the idea that you're going to be masterful your first time out is ridiculous. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring value your first time. Are you with me on that? Bing, bing. Take another deep breath. I want to ask you, oh, by the way, how to get booked for speaking. A couple of my favorite ways. One is pay attention to hashtags. Use hashtags. Do searches for hashtags. Hashtag education conference. Hashtag education summit for my friend Rakandra. Hashtag women in wellness. Hashtag young conference, whatever, youth conference, whatever your area of focus is. Love the hashtags for getting booked on Instagram and Facebook. Here's the other thing. I've gotten booked so many times this way. My clients have been booked so many times this way. You put a post on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook. You could come on this stage today and take a picture and say, hey, I'm at the YesHoney conference and I'm looking for more conferences to present at on my amazing topic. You always share what the topic is. What groups can you connect me with? Did y'all hear that? You simply post, but you always post the topic, and you ask people to connect you with more places to get booked. I will tell you, I've been on radio interviews, and I've said this, and I've had people I did not even know contact me to say, Caterina, that worked. It happens Insta. An Insta booking. Do you like that? Insta bookings? Good. Bing, bing. Now, the other way to get booked is to host your own workshops. It could be 2 hours. It could be half a day. And you know what? It doesn't have to look like this. Sometimes people say to me, Caterina, how did you get started? And here's my answer. 3 gals and a flip chart around my dining room table. And you don't need the flip chart. Your living room, your dining room, somebody's conference room, all good for your speaking. Because what I want for you is, let me say this. I used to be a runaround speaker, take my wheelie cart and go to the airport and run around and do corporate training. And, you know, it's kind of like a one-night stand because, well, not that I would know, but, you know, you're fabulous, but then you never see them again. That's when you're a runaround speaker. That's what it's like. When you build community with your brand and you see how the work that you're doing is uplifting the lives of people and impacting them, and your clients and customers become your friends and people that inspire you, and they uplift your life because you've uplifted their life. That's what happens when you cultivate a business that has ongoing engagement. And if you want more clients, that long-term relationship can start with a 30-minute speech. In July, I'm taking about 30 ladies to Alaska. Well, actually, next week, I'm taking 30 ladies up and down the California coast for our speaker mastermind cruise. I got ladies on there that have been in my community for 5 years, 6 years, 8 years as clients on an ongoing basis. If you want to have clients, not just customers, long-term and lifelong clients and customers. Does that sound good? A little speaking, partnered with some genuine caring, partnered with some massive value of service, can result in that. And I want to invite you, encourage you, implore you to get started. I got a couple more things to say here. So my favorite way to fill my workshops is with Facebook geo-targeting. Now, this is something that you can do, it's not ads. It's by identifying people in a certain area that you personally invite to your workshops. By the way, super tip alert. Invitation, personal invitation, over promotion will put derrieres in chairs, virtually and live and in person, more than anything. When you're posting events, don't just post the event. Look at your friends and your followers and personally invite with a direct message people that you want in the room or on the virtual feed. Because we all get promotion, but a personal invitation does a very important thing. It evokes a decision. Did you hear that? Starshima is from Fresno. I'm going to be in Fresno in about 20 days. Just earlier today, I sent her a link to the speech. She already bought her ticket because I personally invited her. Now, I told her she could come as my VIP guest, okay? By the way, I do that all the time. Already, personal invitations will put derrieres in chairs and get you clients and build you Insta influence more than anything. What I was going to say is, if you would like my 9-minute video on Facebook geo-targeting, you can text me and I will send it to you. And I will also send you my ebook on how to get booked. Text me at 415-350-6854. Text me your email address and I will send you my Facebook geotargeting video. It will change your life if you are speaking and doing workshops, I promise you. And also, I will send you my ebook on how to get booked. It is 415-350-6854. Bing, bing. My friends, have you gotten some value from our time together? Are you ready to get out there and be louder and prouder? Good, because you have massive value to bring. There is a lifetime supply of people to serve. And I want you to be louder and prouder on the platform and virtually as well as online. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Questions? Anybody got any questions? I will give you my business card. That's my personal number that I just gave you. So if you text me, I will. That's the low tech, high tech solution to lead capture. Okay? Do you like that? That's, hey, whatever it takes. Yes, my friend. Bing, bing. Did you say yes? Okay, you say yes. Okay, so when you get booked, I'm going to answer it a little differently. When you get booked, my friends, there's a few questions to ask right away to set yourself up for success, okay? First thing is, who's going to be in the audience? And really, we ask that question before we say yes, because really, we only want to talk to our ideal clients, unless we're doing a little community service. But some of you are doing way too much community service and not enough speaking to peeps that can hire you, okay? So who's going to be in the audience? How many people? How much time do I have? Oh, and the next question is, can you make an offer or an invitation? And I forgot to say, you've got flyers on your table for my next workshop. And if any of you would like to come, you can come as my guest, and you can also Zoom in to the one that's on February 1st. And normally, I charge the regular price, $97. And normally, I do not have men in my workshops because I only serve women. But as a courtesy to support all of you with your influence building, I'm extending that invitation to you today. Thank you, my friend, Deshaun. Deshaun inspired me. I just do whatever he says, okay? And you better come, my friend, because I want to get you speaking, okay? Got to set a good example, right? Okay, all right, good. And then the other thing is, after you know how much time, what's the purpose of the day or what's the theme for the day? But in terms of an outline, a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself and who you are. 3 must-make points, so like 3 super tips, and then you talk about each one. And then, of course, client examples are very good, or personal examples underneath each super tip. And then you always have a call to action. Okay? So what are you going to do based on our time together? Take these tips and apply them to this, that, and the other thing. And then, of course, my other advice for you is to join me at my next workshop, because you will get so much value, you'll be set up for success. Bing, bing. Okay, my friend? Thank you, Deshaun.
Thank you so much, Caterina. Caterina Rando, everybody.